If you're already posting on Twitter or X, you're sitting on months worth of content and you probably don't even realize it. See, the problem that most people run into when they go to start a business YouTube channel is they don't know where to start and they think they have to do everything from scratch. And because that feels like a lot of work, most people never even start. But if you're actively posting on X, the ideas are already there and the content is too. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to take what you've already written and turn it into a YouTube script ready for you to record. So let's get into it. So this process has two main steps, and the first one involves scraping your Twitter or your X account to get all of the posts and everything you've put on the platform into one clean document, which we're then going to later feed to AI to personalize the script based off everything you've said. And this is a million times better than just asking Claude or ChatGPT to write a YouTube script for you, because it's just going to be generic and it's going to be filled with things that you probably don't even agree with, and it's not going to sound like you at all. Whereas if we give a swipe file of your tweets to AI, it knows how you speak and it knows your opinions on everything to do with your niche because you've already put them out there. So what it's going to do is then take these things that you've said before and turn them into an optimized YouTube script, and all you need to do is record it. So in order to scrape all of your Twitter posts, we're going to use a site called Appify. Now, as you can see here, it has TikTok, Google Maps, Instagram, Facebook, Amazon, so many things. I put a video out last week on how you can turn your LinkedIn content into YouTube scripts. What we're essentially going to do is we're going to go onto Appify and we're going to scroll down and browse 22,000 plus actors. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring up all of these different things. And we're going to go with the Tweet Scraper V2. If you've not already signed up for Appify, you're just going to need to create an account. Sign up process is really easy and you get a certain amount of credits to try it for free. After that, it's around $30 a month, but realistically you only need to scrape your post once and you'll have that file forever. So if you follow this video, you'll never have to do it again. When you're in the scraper here, what you want to do is go to the start URLs, and you'll see that there are already a load of default ones here, and you just want to X them off. Then you want to open your Twitter profile and copy and paste the link by clicking add and copy and pasting it in. You'll then see that it's there. Okay, so once you've added your profile URL, you just want to remove all of these search terms, because if you add these, the scraper is going to look up for other accounts in your niche that are actively posting about the keywords you put here. So we're just going to remove them, so this is completely blank. As for the handles then, I only want to include my handle, so I'm going to include Josh Band Biz, but I did only change this in the last few months, so I'm going to include my old one as well, which is Josh Band Designs. And that's pretty much all we need to do here. There are a load of other options here, like how many number of lines you want on the output, what tweets you want, whether it's the latest or your most popular. I'm just going to leave it on latest by default. You can also add filters for who you want your accounts to show from, but if you only added yourself, then it's only going to show them from you anyway. But maybe you wanted to find posts on everyone in your niche. This is how you could set it up. But for me, I'm just going to use my account. For run options, then if you're paying for it, you can add how much you wanted to spend per run, a load of other stuff, but we're just going to click save and start. And this is then going to start scraping all of the posts from my Twitter account. About 30 seconds later, I just paused it, but as an example, it has now scraped my last 10 posts. As you can see, it has a link to the tweet, it has its ID, it has the text of what it says, the reply count, the number of likes, when it was, how many bookmarks it had, and anything you need to know about the tweet. So now that you have all of those scraped, we want to export them. So we're going to click export here in the top corner, and I like exporting them as an XML file just because this is one that Claude and ChatGPT easily understand. And then when we hit download, it's just going to save to our downloads in our computer. From here, we're going to move on to AI, and I recommend using Claude, specifically setting up a project. So I'm just going to create a new one here as a demonstration, and I'm going to call it X YouTube, just as an example. And the first thing I'm going to do is in the file section, I'm going to drag and drop this exported list of my tweets so that Claude now has them. As well as this, I am going to add a prompt doc to the project, a script examples doc full of hundreds of scripts that we have written for clients, as well as this instructional prompt so that Claude knows what it's actually doing. And finally, a text content named CTA with a link to what I want to be promoting in the video. Now these docs will make sure that Claude knows exactly what it's doing, and it does it to a good standard because it has hundreds of example scripts as well as a really detailed prompt on what we're looking from Claude. So if you want these to set up your own Claude project exactly like this and start to generate scripts which are ready for you to record, you can get these for free by using the first link in the description. But now that we have the project set up, all we need to do is send Claude the title, and as an example, I'm going to do why YouTube is the best social media platform for B2B businesses. And then I'm going to send it this prompt, which is also included in the link in the description. Then what Claude is going to do is it's going to take all of the information we have given it, including your script tweets, and it's going to generate a script which is pretty much ready for you to record on YouTube. So I'll let it do its thing and I'll come back with the finished result. Okay, so here we are. Claude has outputted a script, and as you can see, it's pretty decent. It's structured well. It has a lot of good content in there, and it's not just a generic AI outputted script, which it would have given you if you just asked it, oh, write me a YouTube script for this title, without all of the context that we give it through those documents and the script tweets. So as you can see here, if I go into the details, it's talking about the differences between YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. This is directly from one of my tweets. I remember tweeting this. The same here about the 300 views versus 300,000 views. That is directly from my Twitter. In fact, let me find you this tweet that I put up. So, you know, here it is talking about 300 views and how that's actually a lot of people on a YouTube sales funnel. If I go down, it's talking about how your videos become a 24/7 sales machine that bring in leads forever because they're evergreen assets. Again, if I go onto my Twitter, I guarantee that this is something I've spoken about. Yes, here you go. This is a video 6 months ago and it still continued to get views. It's evergreen, it's still relevant, and this is what Claude has taken to generate this script. So if I then take this and put it into a Google Doc just so we can go through it and edit it, looking into it in a bit more detail, it is good. There are some things you would change, so I would just go through this manually and update a few things just to make sure that it really fits in line with my brand voice and it's not Claude slightly bending the rules to try and get away with it. But overall, it's a really good script and it's all taken from information that I've already published. So it is a really solid foundation compared to starting from scratch. Now, one thing I would say is I would probably take a really solid look at the hook and the outro, because sometimes Claude misses the mark on these. But in this case, it seems decent enough. It reiterates the title, it has social proof, it talks to the audience's pain points, it gives an incentive to watch the rest of the video, so I think that's done a decent enough job. So now that you know how to script a YouTube video, what ideas should you actually make? I've put together a list of 12 free video ideas which can be applied to any niche and are specifically designed to bring you leads and generate revenue rather than just get views for the sake of it. You can get these using the first link in the description. They're completely free, and if you're uploading weekly, it's enough for your first 3 months worth of content. So again, click the link below to access them, and if you want to see how to add $10,000 a month to your business with just 1,000 YouTube views, then watch this video next.